Reminders may go by before the audience is eagerly waiting for lunch. At 6:30, I'm sure, and they find out it's like 7:30. So they're going to be really looking forward to seeing us again. Before we begin, I want to share a few reminders about how in-person services are working. We continue to ask people to refrain from loud when near the opportunity to loud. If you're not reading, chanting or singing out loud. Of course, if you're speaking to others, after all, that is the new and constant during services, whether we are at California. Please don't stop me from doing what you always do. If you need to use the restrooms, please use the door in the corner over there behind them. We have one restroom open, and it is the accessible one. There is a line of 6 feet apart to wear no masks. When we do the same moment, unless we stand in the please share your stuff. We will repeat it out loud. I folks at home. Finally, express joy of Shabbat, dancing, clapping your hands, tapping your feet, but do them from the
Yeah.
B'nei Shabbat nekabla, nekabla, lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabla, nekabla, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom umechora, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom umechora. Dodi li v'ani lo aroeh b'shoshanim, dodi li, dodi li v'ani lo aroeh b'shoshanim, dodi li, mizot olam, min hamidbar, mizot olam, min hamidbar, dodi li, dodi li v'ani lo aroeh b'shoshanim, dodi li, mekutez mor, mor ulevona, mor ulevona, dodi li, dodi li, dodi li v'ani lo aroeh b'shoshanim, dodi li. As you can see, we're coming to you from Beth Torah, our Beit Tfilah outdoors, live and in person. We have an audience, so to speak, and for some reason they all decided to sit on this side, so I'm going to have to turn like this. As always, you can find the link to our prayer book pages PDF for this service in the comments. All the readings that we are sharing during the service come from Mishkan Halev, the Siddur prayers for Slichot and the month of Elul. If you are here in person, they are found on the blue handout that is tucked into your prayer card. If you're watching from home, they are on, they will appear in the comments, and they are on blue pages. I'm sorry. They're not on blue pages if you're home.
Actually, they are.
They're also on blue.
Because I'm awesome.
Oh, wow. I love it. So blue is the color. Important information will also appear in the comments during the service, and for that we thank Dave Zucker managing our streaming this evening. Hi, Dave. Please say hi if you're watching by typing Shabbat Shalom in the comments line, and don't forget to click return. If you have any technical issues, please text or call CBT's technical support line at 913-303-1134.
If you have feedback about our service this evening, we suggest that you take notes and you email us during the week with your comments, and we thank you in advance for that. Our service continues now on the prayer card on page number 1. And if you are able, please stand and join us for the Baruch, page number 1. We continue on the blue handout, the first reading. Holy is twilight. Holy is twilight, the realm of in-between. And so our sages taught, pray in the moments when light and darkness touch. We are all twilight people, beyond categories and labels. May the sacred in-between of this evening suspend our certainties, soften our judgments, widen our vision. Let it illumine our way to the God who transcends all boundaries and definitions. Blessed are you, God of all, who brings on the twilight. We continue together on the blue handout, the middle of the page, Ve'ahavta for Elul. You shall love the ones who are close with all your heart, with all your spirit, and with all your strength. Remember these words, inscribe them on your heart. Love them when they struggle, when they sadden and disappoint you. Love them when they fail. See the good within them even when they can't. Look at them and listen even when it's hard. Be grateful for their guidance, even their reproof, when they save you from yourself. Love them when they give you joy, and love them when they don't. When you lie down, let go of anger. When you rise up, begin again. Praise them for their deeds at home. Speak of them in public with respect. Bind yourselves to the ones you love with promises kept and vows fulfilled. Open to them the gates of your heart, the doorway of your soul, and let them know you. So shall the ones you cherish feel your love, your presence, and your care. Our service continues on the prayer card on page number 2 with Mi Chamocha.
Mi chamocha va'elin Adonai,
Mi Chamocha nedar b'kodesh, Norat elilot leolam velech.
malchutecha, ra'u alecha, okei ayam לפני משה ומרים, שמיענו ואמרו, אדוני עמו לעולם ועד.
We continue on the other side of the blue handout in the middle of the page. Bless our sleep with peace, Adonai, and awaken us to life when we rise. With power sublime, spread over us your shelter of shalom, and through your wisdom restore us, make us whole. Let your name proclaim your presence in our lives. Be our shield, make us stronger than the enemies we face, illness and war, famine and sorrow, and stronger than the enemies in our hearts, wickedness and sin. Carry us to safety as on wings, for you are the monarch of grace, the sovereign of compassion. You are the one who cares for us and set us free. Watch over us, we who go forth to life. Watch over us, that we may come home in peace, now until the end of time.
Baruch atah, atah Adonai, haponeh sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Baruch atah, atah Adonai, haponeh sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Baruch atah, atah Adonai, haponeh sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat. לעשות את השבת לדורותם. ברית קולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת שבת וינפש שבת, שבת וינפש, שבת שבת וינפש, שבת שבת וינפש.
The Amidah continues at the bottom of page 2 and continues on page number 3. If you're able, please stand and join us. The same at home.
שפתי תפתח, נה 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 ופי יגיד תהילתך. נה 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 אדוני, נה 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 שפתי תפתח, נה 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 ופי יגיד תהילתך. na 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 Adonai, na 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 שפתי תפתח, na 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 ופי יגיד תהילתך. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק, אלוהי יעקב, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekoneh HaKol, Vezocher Chasei Avot V'imachot, Umevi Gila Livnei Bechem, Lemon Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham B'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye Metim Atah Rav Lehoshia, Morit Atal, Mechakel Chaim B'Chesed, Mechaye Metim Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofech Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha B'Gevurot, Umidom Elach, Melech Memit Umechaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'leman Atah L'Hachayot Metim, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechaye HaMetim. Atah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh, U'Kedoshim B'chol Yom Yehalelucha Selam, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
We continue together in the middle of page 3 with Shalom Rav. You may be seated.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Tasim Le'olam. Ki atah Melech Adon Lechol HaShalom. Ki atah Melech Adon Lechol HaShalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. V'tov b'einecha levarech et amecha Yisrael, b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam.
This moment in our service, we offer a prayer for those in need of healing. If you're watching our streaming, you may access the Mishe Berach list through the e-news that you received this morning. You can follow the link in the comments. If you'd like to offer names, please type them in the comments so we can all see them. So go ahead and begin typing. And as we go around here, we have names that we like to offer.
Sandy Lacey.
Nekorah
And as we think of those in need of healing, we also offer a prayer for those who help in healing. May the one who bless and let forbearers give countenance unto those who provide help for the ill and troubled among us. May they be filled with fortitude and courage, endowed with sympathy and compassion, as they give strength to those at their side. May they fight against despair and continue to find within themselves the will to reach out to those in need. And in the love of others, may they feel the blessing of community and the blessing of renewed faith. We've now come to our Simcha moment. Now we have three different pieces of this evening. So the general Simcha, and then we have two more Simchas, and you know who you are because you're here for that. So first of all, if you are at home and would like to share a Simcha with all of us, a joy from this past week, which will include birthday, anniversary, good news, and accomplishments, please. Hello? Type them in the, can you hear me this? In the comments line and click enter. Please choose a few words and to do that. And while you share those online on our streaming, we'll go around and see if we have any simchas. Now, you don't need a microphone.
Right. I have one. My daughter, Gabrielle, got engaged 2 weeks ago on a mountain in Colorado.
Wonderful. Anybody else around here? Yes? So his nephew, this is Chris, started graduate school at Ohio University. Over here, anybody? Yes, Lauren? So Lauren shared that she turned 73. Is that correct? Did I hear it right? Anybody else? Yeah, if you are sharing a simcha, stand up, please. It's easier for our cameraman to find you. Anybody else on this way here? Sharon? So Larry and Sharon will turn 65, yes.
I want to grow up to be just like Sharon, so I'm going to turn 65 on Tuesday also.
Oh, well, I think I had a birthday this week, right? Yeah. Wednesday was my birthday, so there you go. Anybody else? Did we miss anybody? So for today, I have a section, a poem, a very short poem from Mishkan Halev, from our prayer book. There are sections that are part of the Amidah, of the Tefillah, that we usually don't have, we don't use during the services. So I thought I'd be highlighting them during the month of Elul. And the Kavanah, each one of the sections of the Amidah, of the Tefillah, has a section of a kavanah, of an intention, and this one is based on the Elul Psalms, and it says, this is the basis for the poem. You are my home, my shelter, you soothe my distress, you embrace me with songs of deliverance. Adonai, my link to eternity, open my lips, help me in my struggle to praise you. And the poem that we find in Mishkan Halev comes from Harvey Shapiro, and it's called A Momentary Glory. and it's just 6 lines long. A momentary glory. This world is a momentary glory. I never thought it would last forever, so I tried to get it down in one notebook or another, in one poem or another. Somewhere you can find it.
That's lovely.
Thank you. Now we gather all your simchas, our simchas, and we offer a prayer. Divine source of blessings, we thank you for everything that enriches our lives. We turn to you now with gratitude as we share in the happiness of those who have marked their birthday, good news, anniversaries, and accomplishments. Adonai, be with them now and always. May they be blessed with strength to overcome sickness and sorrow, and with much health and happiness now and always. And as I mentioned earlier, we have two special simchas. We have two individuals who are joining us this evening. And I will ask Marian to please stand for a moment so we know who you are, Marian. And Turi, who is sitting here in the front. Our cameraman is going to put you on screen so people can see you. We don't share the exact birthday, but we're very close, right? We're 26, and yours is? 24? 24. Oh, you have the same one. Oh, wow. So we're very close. So, and they've come especially to our service outdoors. I'm glad we were able to do it, and the weather is... What's going on? Oh, you lose? Oh, I'm okay. Sorry.
You're good.
We offer special blessings for both of you on your birthdays. God, you have sustained our friends and family these many years and brought us to this place in their life's journey. May you look out with wisdom from the high ground of the years and experiences over the terrain of your lives. May you gaze out towards the past and the future with a heightened sense of God's presence as your guide. May you see that growth is not reserved for any one season, and that love and fulfillment are not the exclusive provinces of the young. As you celebrate reaching this moment, we are grateful for the continued unfolding of your lives. I pray that kindness and compassion may be on your lips, and strength and courage may be with you in your comings and goings, and that you may continue to learn from and to teach those dear to you. O God, as you are the first and the last, may your lives ever be a song of praise to you, God. Baruch atah Adonai mevarech hashalim. We praise you, O God, who blesses the ears. Mazel tov and happy birthday. It's great to have you.
Mazel tov.
We're going to have a lot of things to say Shechayanu over, but we're not there yet. We have one more special blessing celebration in this evening. In the last few weeks, we have had the joy of welcoming 3 new Jews by Joys to our congregation and to the Jewish people, and they are here with us this evening. I'm going to ask you to please stand, Kevin, Chuck, and Cynthia. Yeah, we can applaud where... At this sacred and joyous moment, we renew the covenant at Sinai between God and the people of Israel, recalling the words of the prophet Isaiah. Sojourners shall join you and shall become one with the house of Israel. In this holy place, we welcome you into Jewish life. Knowing well our difficult history, you have chosen to join yourselves to our people's faith. we open our hearts to you. May you be strengthened in your resolve. May we help you to live faithfully with the decision that you have made. May you always find satisfaction and joy in fulfilling the sacred deeds, and may you be granted many years of strength and happiness as worthy members of our congregation. We praise God, in whose presence it is fullness of joy. O God, we welcome before you to thank you for Kevin, Chuck, and Cynthia, who have formally joined the Jewish people. We are grateful for the inspiration which brought you to us, for the commitment which you demonstrated in your studies, for the fervor with which you accept our covenant. We pray that you continue to find spiritual fulfillment in Jewish life, intellectual stimulation in the study of Torah, and warmth in the embrace of our Jewish community. We pray, too, that you will help all of us to a deeper devotion to our own faith. May we truly be all called Jews by choice, Jews who continually choose to commit ourselves to the fulfillment of the covenant. Congratulations, Mazel Tov, and
Mazel
welcome.
Tov.
Go ahead.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
I hear a lot of
All
we're
of nature.
disturbing nature. I think they're not used to have a whole.
They're celebrating with us. All of nature is celebrating with us and all of you. That's my take on it.
As you may know, the book of Dvarim of Deuteronomy is organized in a series of speeches that Moses gives to the Jewish people towards the end of his life. And the place that all this happened is in Moab. It's a high plateau overlooking the land of Israel, the land, the promised land, a land which Moses shall not enter. Some of the speeches contain a recapitulation of the stories and the mitzvot, or the commandments that are found in previous books. But others express a new approach. And such is the case in the speech contained at the beginning of this week's Torah portion, Parashat Ki Tetzeh. And the word Ki Tetzeh literally means when you leave for war. Here we find the final series of mitzvot, laws and commandments contained in the Torah. And these laws reflect some different values than the values found in the previous books. At this point, the Torah switches from laws concerning public officials and the nation as a whole to dealing with matters regarding the individuals, their families, and their neighbors. In other words, these teachings are more personal, addressed to each one of us individually. Chapters 21 through 25 in the book of Devarim, Deuteronomy, are a compendium of laws like no other in the Torah. Actually, this week's parasha contains more laws than any other parasha in the entire Torah. So we're going to start listing them. You know, we have some time before it gets dark, so we
Maybe the Reader's Digest version.
So I'll give you some examples. How's that? Will that work?
Perfect.
So this week's parasha includes more laws than any others, but here are a few. For instance, a law requiring that we assist our neighbors who face difficulties of possible economic loss in certain situations. For instance, returning a lost animal or helping them if their beast of burden has fallen off to the side of the road, like, helping a motorist on the road. There are also many laws that involve women. Capture women, virgin women, concubines, and all these laws have something in common. They value the welfare of women in the context of ancient Israel, something that one would not find in other civilization of that very same period, some 3,000 years ago. The commentary Etz Chaim teaches, quote, one theme is prominent: the irreducible dignity and worth of human beings. Even the most marginal members of society, such as the criminal or the female war captive, are fashioned in the image of God and are to be treated accordingly, end quote. It is easy to be nice to people we know and love. It does not require great moral perception to treat with dignity people we see as our equals. This does not imply that people cannot be mean to their loved ones. They are, and domestic abuse is a real issue. But the Torah is here hinting at something different. First, let's be honest, there's never been a society where some people were not marginalized. The events in Kenosha, Wisconsin this past week has shown us that our society, the land of the free, still has racial issues and discrimination. There are still people who are marginalized, and that is a fact. The Torah is incredibly understanding and perceptive because our tradition acknowledges that we are human and thus imperfect, that we judge people all the time. Our capacity to overcome our imperfections is also great, but it is always our choice. Our moral value is determined by how we treat the marginalized in our society. In the Torah, they speak about women captured during war and criminals put to death in public executions. Those were their issues. We have ours. But then and now, the Torah teaches a way to practice gemilut chasadim, dispensing chesed, acting with compassion and love for others. And the others then and now are those left behind by our society. As Jews, we have a moral obligation to not only show concern and outrage about it, by all means do so, but also it is our religious obligation to act at the voting booth and in organizations in our own communities so that the Torah's message of chesed for those marginalized, much needed this week, remains relevant and vital into the future. Have a Shabbat Shalom, everybody. This moment in our service, we think of our loved ones, those whom death has recently taken from us. We are observing the Shiva period for Jean Hurwitz, husband of Sue Hurwitz, and the Shloshim period for Monica Kitt, mother and mother-in-law of Jeffrey and Barbara Kitt, and grandmother of Alexa and Sydney. Izzy Ozer, husband of Leslie Ozer, and father and father-in-law of Stephanie and Adam Eliashar, and grandfather of Jonah and Sarah, and Rosalie Sternick, mother of Frank Sternick. And on this Shabbat, we'll remember the following yortzites of members of our congregation: Jean Bellotti, Michael Blitzstein, Saul Davidson, Jacqueline June Epstein, Faye Ginson, Ron Greenbaum, Gilbert Greenwald, Irving Cass, Ruth Katz, Ira Kirsch, David Kapperman, Chester Lampert, Ray Lewis, Philip Lustig, Ralph Matzdorf, Mike Meyer, Audrey Milgram Klein Bear, John Pavlov, David Penner, Jack M. Razavsky, Raymond Rittmaster, Richard Rosenfeld, Nathan Saltz, Bertha Spector, Jason Kip Weiner, Mark Weingarten, Edith White, Stacy F. Yedlin. Zichronam livracha. May the memories be for a blessing. On the last page, page number 4, if you are able, please stand and join us for Kaddish Yatom, the mourners' Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ביעלמה דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון ובמכון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב, במבו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך, לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, לאמירם בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, לחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. You may be seated. A few announcements before the light completely goes.
That's us going really fast. For those of you who didn't
We've been doing well. We did not want the sun on our faces, and we succeeded. We didn't think about the end of the service, but we knew about the beginning. We would like to thank everyone who has joined us here in person and online from our area and from around the world. Special thanks to Vic Finkelstein, who is here, and Leslie Zucker and Larry Meyer for the lovely music, and to Dave Zucker for managing our comments this evening. We will be back here at 10:30 a.m. for our morning service on Facebook Live. Just a reminder that though our building is now open, you must have an appointment with a member of our staff to be let into the building. If you would like to join us for Torah study, our Sichat Shabbat will begin tomorrow at 9 a.m. on Zoom, and please see the event on Facebook for more information. Just a reminder that if you would like to attend one of our high holiday services in person, you must respond by September the 10th. Information and reservations link is in your e-news that you received this morning. Our next virtual oneg will be next Friday night. Check your next e-news on September 4th for the Zoom link and the focus. And we have a bat mitzvah tomorrow evening. Off-site is going to be Sophia Herman. It is at 6:30 it's somewhere else. We'll be off-site. It's very different. It's the only one we've ever done. Leslie.
2 quick ones. My next song session is Wednesday, September. I can't believe I'm saying September 2nd, 7 o'clock, Facebook Live. And our next Thursday conversation is our second with Rabbi Mark Levin, Praying in Absentia, Dealing with High Holy Days During a Plague. Check your e-news for the Zoom link. It promises to be really interesting. There's going to be a lot of discussion and feedback in this one.
Thank you very much. If you are able to go to our handout at home and here, we conclude together singing Olam Chesed Ibaneh.
Chesed Ibaneh, Yaradai, chesed yibaneh, Yaradai, 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 Olam chesed yibaneh, Yaradai, 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 Olam chesed yibaneh, Yaradai, Yaradai, Yaradai.
I will build this world from love.
I will build this world from love. Yaradai, Yaradai, Yaradai.
You must build this world from love.
And you must build this world from love. Yaradai, Yaradai, Yaradai.
Because if we build this world from love,
And if we build this world from love, Yaradai, Yaradai, Yaradai,
then God will build this world from love.
then God will build this world from love. Yaradai, Yaradai, Yaradai. Yaradai, Yaradai, Yaradai.
Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
shalom.
Take care of each other out there.